Here is a 2011 Toyota Avalon that is loaded with features and luxury. And this vehicle is one of the best kept secrets on the used car market, and I'm gonna tell you why. To start off, I'm gonna jump right into price. This Avalon is a 2011 with 107,000 miles. For that price, you're gonna dive into a world of luxury and comfort that would be a challenge to find in any other vehicle of this year or price range. What you get for that price are features such as heated and cooled seats, navigation, auto-leveling HID headlamps, a fully retractable sunroof, the Toyota Smart Key system, more on that later, and much more. Stay tuned to the end of the video when I'm going to read off what real 2011 Toyota Avalon owners are saying about their experience with this car. This 2011 Toyota Avalon is currently for sale at Elohim Auto Sales. Check it out on our website at www.elohimautosales.com. All right, so to start this walk around, I'm going to show you the Toyota Smart Key. So first, I'm going to lock the vehicle, and I'm going to do that by just simply pushing that button. That beep lets me know that it's locked. So with this vehicle and with the Toyota Smart Key system, you never need to take the key out of your pocket or purse ever. If I have the key in my pocket, I can simply walk up, put my hand on the back of the handle, and it is going to unlock. Let's say I was just getting something out of my vehicle really quick and I don't need to, I didn't want to pull the key fob out or press the reach around and do the door lock button or anything like that. Again, the easiest way is close it, push that to lock. All right, so we'll go around and I'll show you that function works exactly the same for all the doors. Let's say I had something stored in my back seat there. I walk up, put my hand right there, boom, it's open. Grab the thing, close it, locked, done, walk away. All right, so now let's do an actual walk around here. This car is particularly attractive, I think, and it is a fairly large car, especially for these days. These modern times, a lot of cars are getting smaller. This one is still fairly good sized, and I love that about it. And it looks fabulous in this kind of maroon, dark purple. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but it is a beautiful color, beautiful metallic color. And I do think the wheels have aged well on this as well. Now, again, the vehicle is locked. However, because I have the key in my pocket, I can walk up and push the trunk button and open the trunk. Of course, there is still a trunk release that you can use on the key fob. And this does have a nice pass-through there. Whoa, bright. There we go. This does have a nice pass-through there for skis or, hell, even lumber if you needed to, I suppose. I would say it does have fairly standard styling. It definitely doesn't it doesn't go into the out of the ordinary category. But what they did, I think they did well. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Start off by showing you an attractive door panel. With this vehicle, Toyota had exceptional build quality. They used fabulous materials, real leathers. The wood grain, I do believe, is plastic, but everything feels great in this vehicle. And as you can see, it looks pretty great too. If we can actually get it to get the camera to see this. Let's go ahead and get in. First off, very, very quiet in here. You're greeted by an attractive steering wheel wrapped in leather with lots of functions on this. Of course, you do have your cruise control right down in there that you can operate from behind the wheel. You have your voice controls for your phone or Bluetooth device, as well as audio controls on the steering wheel and climate controls, both of which I love that they are there because this is a huge time saver and a big safety thing for me. I like a vehicle where it has these buttons and these features on the steering wheel. That way I'm not having to turn my attention and my hands away from the road and steering wheel for a long period of time. I can be looking right at the road and be changing volume, radio station, interior temperature, all at the touch of a button. As you can see, the dash is fairly attractive. You do kind of have a wraparound design there. Nice swooping lines. We'll go ahead and start it. Again, never have to take the key out of your pocket. With this vehicle, you simply put your foot on the brake, and when you do, the green light will turn on, letting you know that it's ready to start. Boom, vehicle is started. Let's take a look at these beautiful gauges. Man, that sun is causing problems today. Anyway, as you can see, they are sunken pretty far back in there, and their entire surrounding is black, which makes them exceptionally visible. I think these are attractive gauges. They're not cluttered. Doesn't feel cluttered whatsoever. Doesn't have one of those little center information screens, which I can take or leave it as far as those go. I really like these gauges. They're attractive. There we go. We got the sun out of our eyes. So continuing across this sweeping dash here, you're going to see the center infotainment system. By default, it's going to have your GPS on there. You do, of course, have AM, FM, all that sort of stuff. Here's your audio options by selecting that button. Power and volume, you can hit auxiliary for that. And of course, this car is Bluetooth enabled. Got your various settings over here, map, info from your phone, etc. Your climate controls are right down here. They're easy to use. The buttons are well labeled and easy to identify. I quite like the use because you can, let's say if you're getting too hot or too cold. If I'm getting too cold, I just simply turn the automatic climate controls up. Too hot, same thing, turn it down a little bit. You can also adjust it here on your steering wheel, and it's going to do the same thing. And these automatic climate controls really work well. Hit right there for off. Moving on down to the center console, you do have a nice little storage compartment there. It's fairly decent size. I can fit my entire fat hand in there. The shift knob is nice and simple, elegantly designed. It's nothing spectacular or special. To use it, as traditional, you're just going to put your foot on the brake and move it down, and etc. There is also the manual select mode, up and down. Underneath this panel here are your cup holders. This little hideaway is another little storage compartment. Here are the controls for the front heated and cooled seats. They're similar to the old radio equalizers or like bass and treble settings. What you do is you click them to bring them out, as you can see there. Clicks in, clicks out, and then you simply adjust this to the setting that you'd like. That little green light is going to pop on when it's on. And let's say if I wanted these heated, of course I want them seated. If I wanted these if I wanted these seats to be heated, all I have to do is adjust it over to the heated side of things and click it back down so that I'm not going to knock into them and risk breaking them or have them getting in the way. That's kind of a nice little touch there. And this is absolutely fantastic. This thing is so plush, and the leather that they used on this is exceptionally soft. It is just, it's so comfortable. A lot of automakers these days are making these things so darn hard, but this one is not. It's very soft. And it also has the option to slide forward and at different intervals as well. You don't have to have it all the way forward or all the way back, but that's nice. You can have your hand on the steering wheel and have it relaxing on that. As you look around your interior here, it's a very nice interior. Everything looks to be well made. Everything flows into everything else. This is a very nice interior. Moving under this into your center console storage, you've got this little movable tray. You can also set it here and keep it in place. It has various slots for coins and a little tray for miscellaneous items. Down there, let's see if we can get that to work a little bit better. There we go. You've got your 120 watt 12 volt plug, as well as your USB and auxiliary plugins right there. Let's say you wanted to be charging your phone from the USB port. As you can see right there, you have the cord pass-through slots on either side, and you can put your cord in the appropriate place and it's not going to pinch it when you have it all the way down. The sunroof controls are super easy to use. They're right there. You of course have your sunglasses holder. And the back seat in particular is something special in this car. Let's go ahead and check it out. Getting into the back seat, you're going to be greeted by that same nice, classy, and elegant door panel. And this handle that in most vehicles, at least your everyday car, especially your everyday Toyota, is going to seem out of place. And I'll show you what that does here. As you can see, that backrest kind of moved a little bit. I'll use my elbow to push it back some. As you can see, those seats can recline somewhat, which is very nice. Of course, you do have your pop-down center armrest here. This one, unlike most, has a nice little storage compartment right there, as well as hideaway cup holders, which are nice. And here, of course, is that pass-through going through the trunk. These back seats, if you can't tell, are ginormous. They are absolutely huge for most vehicles. Even SUVs often don't have seats this wide. You do have your storage pockets in the back. You have vents for your backseat passengers. But sitting back here, I actually have this front seat put all the way back so I can be showing you guys stuff. I am a little over 6 feet tall, and look at this. I still have plenty of leg room there, even with that seat put as far back as it can go. I am more than comfortable enough. Very nice back here. And there's one little surprise right here that I'm going to show you for your backseat passengers, or I suppose there could be benefits for the driver as well. As you can see here, to the left of the steering wheel is this little button here. And what that does is this. That button controls the rear sun visor for the back window. And that is just a nice little classy touch to have in this Avalon. To get a comparable Lexus with this many features and with this level of luxury in 2011, which Toyota does make Lexus for those of you who do not know, you're going to be looking at paying the same price for a Lexus with close to 200,000 miles. Oh man, driving this 2011 Toyota Avalon is a pleasure. It is so quiet in here. It's delightful. The seats are comfortable. You know, everything around you looks nice. It feels good. This armrest is just astoundingly soft and comfortable and plush. This is a great car. This seat is fairly firm, but it's extraordinarily comfortable nonetheless. And the reason it's firm is because highly cushioned seats are actually bad for the back, especially on long trips. And so a seat like this that is exceptionally comfortable but firm is the one you want for the long road trips. This is a car where you could drive and drive and drive and not notice it, not have any problems as far as back pain or anything like that. Driving through some puddles and potholes. Just hit a couple potholes, only doing about 25, 30 miles an hour, but nonetheless, I didn't feel it much. The 2011 Toyota Avalon is a soft car. The seat, comfortable. The suspension, soft and smooth. The motor and transmission, very smooth. It doesn't, I mean, I'm sure if I were to put my foot in it, it would put me back in my seat. But this is not a car where I feel like it would be right to even do that. This car begs to be driven smoothly. Oh. I am just at total ease here and completely relaxed in this car. I'll say it again, it's an absolute pleasure to drive. This thing is so nice to drive. Let me say this to you. I don't just want one of these cars or this car. I am going to get one of these cars, particularly one that is optioned out like this one. This one has every feasible option that I can think of. There's one blank space or blank switch here, and honestly I can't think of what they're missing other than maybe a heated steering wheel. That is seriously the only thing that I think they could have possibly added on top of everything that they have, at least for 2011. All right, here in a moment I'm going to give this 2011 Avalon about half throttle and just see what it can do. It'll move. It will definitely get up and move. Even the turn signal clicker or notification is still very subtle and quiet. This may be a Toyota, but it reeks of Lexus and of luxury. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's so nice. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed sitting at a stoplight this much. So historically, people have often called me an old soul. Reason being is I love old cars, I love antiques, I love old music. I even behave and have kind of classic mannerisms here and there. But one of those things is I love the quintessential old man's car, the Lincoln Town Car. I've owned a few of them. I really like them. And I gotta say, the experience of being in and driving this Toyota Avalon is extremely comparable to any one of my town cars. The power is just as smooth as the town car. It's not gonna launch you in the back of your seat. It is so nice and comfortable. The suspension is soft. I mean, in very many details, this car is like a Lincoln Town Car, but in a 2011 Toyota. The only difference, perhaps, would be the Lincoln typically has more of those cushy seats, which, though nice, are not as good for your back. All right, so here are what real 2011 Toyota Avalon owners are saying about their experiences with this car. Wow, we are impressed. This vehicle is such a great road car. Quiet and smooth ride with lots of punch if you need to pass. 30 plus miles per gallon on the highway and 23 to 24 in town. Love the new dash redesign and the 6-speed automatic. You can barely tell it's shifting. Plenty of room both in the front and the back, and the heated and cooled seats are a joy. Another reviewer says the overall appearance of this car was the first wow, and the front seats with adjustable lumbar support and heating were the second. The car has yet to disappoint us in any way. Mileage is as advertised or better, and the overall comfort, both driver and passenger, is excellent. The car has abundant power and transfers that power to the wheels effortlessly. Excuse me. They don't make cars like this anymore, says another reviewer. It's like a living room on wheels. Convenient, safe, comfortable, efficient. This is what a big luxury sedan should be. Any complaints are totally mitigated by the car's incredible value when compared to other vehicles. I frankly see no other competition at this price, and I have to agree with him on that. So there you have it. This is why the 2011 Toyota Avalon is something that I think everybody should consider buying if they're looking at a sedan, especially if they're looking for something that has a lot of value to the price. Thank you very much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned to the next review. Thank you.